Hey, and welcome to 2025. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing good. For some reason, once you said "hey, hey, hey," all I could think of was Fat Albert. Hey, hey,
Wow!
hey, hey, hey. Oh man, no, we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. 2025 started off very family friendly,
That's good.
and
I'm moving me
you know,
camera. Sorry.
and you're good. Oh, look at that little smile of yours. It's been a while. We haven't seen each other since last year.
No, I actually, excuse me, I actually put a video out last week because I was missing it, and you guys were all enjoying yourselves with your Christmas break and family time, so I thought I'm going to record something, so I did. But
Yeah, I
now,
got you. I
yeah,
got you.
Jeremy will be back.
Because
Jeremy will be back in a couple of weeks, so possibly even next week. We don't know yet, but he'll be back very shortly. He's still got some family things going on, so hey.
yeah, yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir, yeah. I see that you guys, because I know there was a Friday that you guys were able to record, but I wasn't able to jump on with you guys, and then you guys gave me a shout out with that episode.
hmm Yeah, we've been doing a few of
Oh
those.
man,
Well, you know, because you've been doing them as well. A few of those reactions type
yeah, yeah.
videos and stuff. In fact, I've still got a couple that I've recorded as well, which I haven't put up yet. So keep them for a rainy day.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I mean, those reaction videos, those are pretty fun because you get to watch the craziness within the paranormal field, and yeah, it's pretty entertaining. I
hmm
enjoy it. I mean, the fact that I could just record myself reacting to it and put it up on YouTube beats watching it as a way to go to sleep at night.
So, how did 2025 start for you?
I mean, so far so good. Everything, it was a bit of a eye opener. Since I moved out here in Florida, um, let's just say, family wise, it's better than ever. But it's given me motivation to build myself better.
That's good.
You know,
That's good.
better lifestyle, better house, better, just things for my family, for myself. So hopefully 2025 is going to be the year that we all blow up because honestly, the
I
the
don't know if that is the right terminology to use. It's the year we're all going to
well,
blow
no,
up.
no, I mean no Bin Laden, but this
I mean, we've got our new neon sign here now, so
amazing.
it is starting off good for us. But while you mentioned blowing up, that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Well, not talking about blowing up, hopefully, but predictions for 2025. So I thought we'd go through a few, and I know you've got a few sort of crazy ones you want to go through, and I'm
Well, for
sure
sure. I mean,
I'm sure we could bring the Simpsons into it at some point because the Simpsons are they're gold for picking these predictions and stuff.
legendary.
Yeah.
They're legendary for the predictions. But
Mm.
I actually have a couple of websites over here where we could read off a couple of predictions, and yeah, there's one about the Simpsons. 31 predictions from the Simpsons.
Yep. Well, we don't have to go through all of them.
So
I'm not doing another Simpsons edit because there was a
no,
lot of work in that one when we did it last time.
but it was amazing.
Oh, it was
That
good. It was
episode was
really good.
good,
Yeah, but I thought we'd
man.
start off with. I mean, everybody knows about. Not. I'm sorry. I should have cleaned my glasses before we started. I've just got some smudgy bits happening. So,
Me too.
mm, but they're right wherever I'm looking. So it's a pain in the bum. But we all know Nostradamus and stuff like that. But there's
Yeah.
There's a couple of other people. There's a lady, Baba Vanga, who she is actually probably more accurate than Nostradamus. And when I say more accurate, I don't mean specifically more accurate because Nostradamus, to save getting done as a soothsayer and getting strung up and stuff back in the 1500s, he put everything into quatrains, so they'll just, yeah, and then everybody's got to try and decipher them. So that's where he kind of made his name, whatever. But Baba Vanga, she just went, threw it out there straight up, and she's pretty good. She's pretty good. And then there's another lady who, I think she died in the 80s. Now, don't take me word on this because I haven't got any research on it, but she's known as the seer. Where she was residing was kind of either a convent or a monastery type situation. And when she left there, she left all of her predictions behind. And shit, accurate plus, I mean, you talk about Nostradamus talking about the Twin Towers and things like that. There is no denying it in some of these predictions. So they're quite spooky. And what they have for 2025, it's shaping up. If it happens, and let's just not mess with words. We'll go straight to the biggest one of all. There is not going to be a single question left about alien life existing.
Finally, I think I'm going to be able to die happy.
Actually, a couple of these people that I've just mentioned have both said 2025 is the year that it's all going to come out. And it's not going to come out in a shadowy kind of, let's let a little bit out here and a little bit out there. You know how they're talking about the old UFO landing on the White House lawn? Apparently the event is going to be as profound as that. Maybe not that exactly, but it is going to be as profound as that. And they reckon that world religion's going to be topsy-turvy over itself and the world is going to go, whoop. So
are we talking about War of the Worlds? War of the World?
No, well,
is that the title of the movie?
War of the Worlds.
Yeah. Okay. So I did say right. Yeah. Is it gonna be like something like this, or is it gonna be like Joe Rogan is gonna interview an alien?
I don't know if it's going to be anything as mainstream as that kind of stuff, but all the wording said was that there's going to be no question. Not one person can deny it. It's going to be a profound event that everybody's going to witness, and it's not going to be one you can put down to, oh, it's AI, it's this, it's that. People are going to witness this, and it's going to change the world. Change the world, I don't know how, but...
Good or bad.
But the date, August... Well, they actually said August the 15th, but they reckon that this is going to happen sometime in August. And this has come from two different seers, prophets, whatever you want to call them, that are years apart and countries apart, and they came out with the same prediction. Now, I'm pretty sure if you go through some of Nostradamus' quatrains and things like that, you're going to find a way of making something fit, and that's what Nostradamus is famous for, because he was so he worded everything in such a way that you could make the verses fit any kind of facts. These two didn't do that. They just put it straight out there. So I thought start the show off with the biggest one of all. Bang! By this time next year, we're going to know that aliens exist and what they look like. At least one race, anyway.
One race, for
sure. At least one race.
For sure. Do you think it's going to be from outer or inner?
I don't know. I'd say outer space, but, I mess with people's heads talking about this whole thing because, when you talk about, and again, this goes into things like the Anunnaki and Nibiru and things like that. Now, when you look at our planet, right? We revolve around the sun. One revolution around the sun is 1 year, blah, blah, blah. We all know the history. And then you look at how many people are on our little dot that's going around the sun. Okay, all of our time is measured by that rotation around. So that gives us our lifespan, 70, 80 rotations, and we're all done on average, or whatever the average works out at. But people talk about beings like the Anunnaki and the immortals and things like that. Nothing is immortal. It all comes down to a frame of reference, right? So, if you start looking, when you brought up inner space, if you start shrinking it down and you go down to a molecule, nucleus, so you got your nucleus and you have the little protons and you have the little electrons spinning around. Well, what's not to say, if we get down to that microscopic level, that nucleus is the sun, and the protons and electrons and whatever other rons are in there are planets. And if you shrink down to that point that you're on one of those little molecules, we'll go with molecules, then one rotation around that nucleus is a year to them. So you know where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
It's that small that you can't see it. And those rotations are going that quick that since we've had this conversation, eons have passed on those worlds, right? And then by the time you come up to where we are, we know based on what we have. But then it goes bigger than that again. We're just the little protons and neutrons and molecules spinning around in their world. So for us,
that is wild.
Our whole term of existence and time and everything is based around what we know. So we last for that. But when you're then stretching it out into the bigger world where they're all walking around, we're just a micro millionth of a millisecond to them. So if you looked at it from our point of view, they're the immortals because, we live and die in a blink of an eye to them. The same as if you go the opposite way and you go into the inner space theory, we're the immortals to them. Everything has its time. But time is relative to size, dimension, and this, that, and the other. So
that is wild, and this is something that might present itself as far as, let's say, like the quantum mania, because this sounds to me like very similar to like Ant-Man, Marvel, and all this stuff, and all this might show light when the aliens come. That's wild. That's a wild thought, because if there's a way to manipulate all of this, and I'm gonna say it, but it sounds to me like time travel is possible.
But this is the thing, right? If you put it into that model, time doesn't actually exist. It's just relative to a specific person at a specific point in time. Because take it from the next step. It's based on the surface of the planet, right? So each day is a rotation, the Earth rotates around itself. But if you're up in outer space, that rotation is taking a bit longer. Right? And this actually happened. There's two twins. One was on Earth, one went up into the International Space Station and they stayed up there for 6 months or whatever it was. When he came back down, technically they weren't the same age anymore. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Centrifugal forces and things like that. It takes longer. The bigger the circumference, the longer it takes to rotate around. So that year, which we base everything on, is getting stretched out up there a little bit longer. So when he comes back down to Earth, technically, they're not the same age.
I mean, all this to say that I can't wait for the day that we actually see, and no more questions, no shadow of a doubt, nothing, that aliens are real.
Well, it's funny because we started talking about predictions and we've got stuck straight into this alien stuff. But I might just change the name of the show. Just go with whatever. But
wait, because talking about all this, molecules and all this stuff, it's going to kind of in a way fall into what I'm seeing right now on my screen, which is one of the predictions.
Mm-hmm.
teleportation for 2025. It's being apparently is being tested.
It's already been done, but it's only been done with very small inanimate objects, and it's only from there to there. It's not like Star Trek where you can beam a person into space and stuff like that.
Beam me up, Scotty.
That would be so cool like that, wouldn't it?
Oh man.
But yeah, go on, continue with that.
So early indicators point to a rapid acceleration of research leading. I wonder why there is a rapid acceleration of research. Do you think there might be aliens in this research that might be
100%.
helping?
100%.
A rapid acceleration of research leading to the testing of quantum. Come on, man! Like everything is just just falling into. I mean, I think we should change the title of the episode and just call it aliens.
Yeah. Well, while we are on this subject, during the Christmas break, well, actually, no, this little story has taken over a year to come together, okay? Just to build everything. I have been actively involved in this for over a year, and it finally completed over the Christmas break, just gone. My wife found this trailer for a TV show, right? And she goes, "You're going to love it." And I saw the trailer, got, yes, I've got to get that. So VPN in place, go to dodgy site, download. Nobody on the planet has got this bloody show to download it, right? I got 1 or 2 episodes and I said, I'm not watching them until I've got the whole lot. And I crap you not, the whole season came down in one day while I was on my break. So you guess what I was watching it. Now, just to make things worse, this show got cancelled after 1 season, just when it was getting super good. Now I'm going to tell you the premise of this show. Okay, the Hubble telescope. This is only known to higher ups in the government and stuff like that. Observed the wreckage of an alien spaceship hurtling towards Earth and passing by, with debris well in front of it. Okay, wreckage, which means that something's happened to it. And this show is about these pieces of debris coming down and landing on Earth and the properties that these different parts of debris have. So there's a secret government agency trying to get all of this because they don't want the public knowing about it. But at the same time, foreign governments, that they've got people that have picked it up as well. So they're trying to grab parts of it because it's dropping all over the world. I mean, this is all based in America, this one. But it's dropping all over the world. And, of course, governments are wanting to weaponize it and things like that. But different people use some of these things because they all do different things. Like some of them you can teleport somewhere, or other ones you can pass through a wall or, through a floor or something like that. And then other things mess with time and dimension. And ultimately, it leads back to what you were saying, is that, when these aliens come, do you think they're going to come from outer space or inner space? What if they come from another dimension?
Man,
just out of phase with ours.
I am sure that our viewers are dying to know what's the name of this series that you're talking about.
It is called Debris. That's
Debris?
the name. Debris is the name of the show. When you're finished, not before we go, when we're finished, you Google the trailer and you watch the trailer to it. It's basically about a joint MI6 and CIA operation to try and get all of this debris. And it's about this team traveling around and stuff. And I was hooked. And when they finished the first season, I am guilty of almost putting a recliner chair through my TV because I knew there's no more They left it on such a cliffhanger moment.
No, that was gonna be my next
There are
question.
no more.
How did it end? At least, I
I'm
mean,
not telling
because
you. You got to watch it. You got to watch it. I'm not giving anything away.
how bad was the cliffhanger? Are we talking about Alpha's bad?
What's alphas?
Oh, you don't know about Alpha?
Do tell.
So Alpha is basically a television series that it was only, I believe they only came out with 2 series. And, there were some individuals with extraordinary, like powers. And
This isn't the one from the UK, is it?
I'm not sure where it was recorded. I think it was here, Alphas. Anyway, the way it ended was that
You're going to give it
uh,
away for everybody
did
now who hasn't seen it.
the what?
You're going to give away the ending for anybody who hasn't watched it yet.
I mean, I'm saying this television series was like what, freaking 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Let me see. I mean, but it ended on I've it's an American drama series, and the way it ended, it just it was so bad. I mean, the show was good,
Yeah.
but the cliffhanger was so bad. It sucks, and knowing that we do not know, like it I don't think there's another television series with such a worser cliffhanger.
Debris.
Oh man,
Let's just say,
I'm gonna have to
when
watch it.
you watch a TV show and it's a two-parter, and right at the end of that first, it's like still in the middle of the action, but something so profound happens. You go, oh, boom, boom, boom. You can't even be bothered waiting. It's 4 seconds to start the next episode. You're just bang, bang, get the next episode going. That's how it finished, and there's no more episodes. It's called Debris. It's well worth watching, and they go into so many things. And where they were leading with it all is into, they may not have necessarily come from outer space. It's a dimensional travel, wormhole travel. Everything that Einstein, the Einstein-Rosen bridge, a lot of that stuff, the stuff that we love, is all in there. It's definitely worth watching. Definitely, if you can get hold of it. Like I said, it took me a year to get the whole season. So I don't know if the
I just
person.
got an idea, but I'm not sure if for copyright reasons we'll be able to do it. But
I'm not
how
putting the
about we
end of the.
watch
I'm not
it
putting the
together
episode.
and do like a blind reaction, and we just react to the television series?
The problem I've got. We can do that We can do a quick reaction video after this is finished if you want to the trailer. I know
Oh,
what
I'm
happens. I
down.
know what
I'm
happens, but
down. I'm down.
you've got no idea. But I recorded a video, the one that I actually put out last week about. I played the monologue from that TV show, from that movie, Alien Code, and it's funny because it's freely available. You can watch the whole movie on YouTube, freely available everywhere. They pinged me with copyright on it. So what I did was I took the video out of it, but played the sound, and not a single thing. So that's why in that video, I think there's a couple of photos that go up, and it plays this monologue, and that messes with your head just hearing about that. That's
Wow.
if you like B grade movies, it's available on YouTube. Look up Alien Code. It's a fantastic film.
Wow. Wow. No, definitely it sounds like something that I really would like to get into,
Well,
for sure.
we'll do a bonus episode after this, and we'll record. We'll do a trail. We'll watch the
Ah,
trailer, and I'll let you watch that.
a trailer reaction. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't know how we'll
yeah.
do it yet. We'll work it out somehow. But yeah, all right. So come on, let's go with another one of your, well, not your predictions, but one from your list.
Well, for my predictions, well, dementia declines. I know after everything we've been talking about, aliens, time travel, quantumania, uh, talking about general human disease.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently in 2025, our understanding of the human genome and genetic mutations It is going to create a method to prevent us from suffering from dementia.
That would be fantastic because my dad suffers from that. So
Mm.
if they could come up with something like that, that would be sensational, to say the least. That would be cool.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. That would definitely be something that a lot of people would, you know, right up there with finding the cure for cancer.
Mm.
So, yeah, for sure. Oh, I just came across the our next prediction, and it just rang a bell. Have you ever heard, um, or come across that there was a one of ours? I guess it was a satellite or a probe or something like this that was getting either it was getting close to the sun or it got sucked into the sun, but the audio was recording before it, I guess, crashed into the sun, and it sounded like the sun had sound, like
Yeah.
like screaming, or it like it was crazy. Have you heard it?
Mm-hmm.
So the next prediction for 2025 is solar, the largest source of energy on the planet. There's a word that I can't even pronounce or read, but it's, I'm gonna try my best. Photovoltaic
Photovoltaic. Yeah.
technology,
Oh, we've
chemical
got that.
bonding.
I've got that on the roof.
Oh, look at you! So
Just about
upgraded.
everybody has in Australia because we have so much sun. We all have solar. We have photovoltaic solar panels on the roof. So
Oh, that's what it is. Because
during the day, basically my house runs off the roof. It doesn't run off the grid. On a night time with all the lights and everything, I'm running off the grid. But the next thing for me is to get a solar battery, which the sun charges the solar battery, so then I get through most of the night, which makes me almost totally self power
sufficient.
producing. Yeah,
Wow, wow. I mean, now that I'm here in, Florida, I have a shed in the back, right?
you have
But
grass
this,
out the front as well.
I got a shed because, in New York, the only thing I had in the back was a garbage can. But the we have like a small little solar panel that generates the electricity for the shed. But it's like the size of my cell phone almost, or
Yeah.
something. So, but yeah, yeah. So, the largest source of energy on the planet is a prediction
Mm.
for 2025.
Well, I've got one here.
Um,
I've got one here that says this year is going to be the end of the Russia-Ukraine war. Now, to add to that, the Russia-Ukraine war was actually predicted to happen a couple of years ago by the same person. So they reckon this year, and it's going to be a case of nobody wins and nobody loses. It just becomes a stalemate and a ceasefire, basically. So it'll be interesting to see if that happens because it's been going on for too long, and with the world posturing the way it is at the moment, we're at like 10 seconds to midnight on the doomsday clock. So we've never been closer, and now that a certain person wants to take control of Canada and Greenland and everything else, I just think they're all going to go, damn. We'll stay away from him. Let's sort shit out. I don't know. Who knows? But
let's see.
yeah, so
Let's
that'd
see.
be nice if that happens.
But as far as predictions is concerned, you want to hear one from The Simpsons? That reminded me of the episode from Home Improvement when have you Home Improvement with Tim
Tim
Taylor?
the Tool Man. And
Yeah, so there's an
Wilson the
episode
neighbor, I
where
think
he
it is.
created like a
Wilson the neighbor. Hello there, neighbor.
yes. So there's an episode where he created but it's a fake soundproof closet, and then he tricked his
Yep.
amazing. So you pulled one of those on me right now. So one of the predictions, and it's actually something that we spoke about uh, on an episode before. It is AI takes over.
That was one that was on my list
Except,
as well. Yeah, the switch is going to get flicked sometime this year, and AI is going to become. I don't know if we're talking Terminator level, but it's going to start on its own. We're going to lose control of it. Well, of that particular AI model, anyway.
well, all I could say is that it is. It's actually a scary thought on
Yep.
how detailed these predictions from The Simpsons actually
Mm.
are, because during the Simpsons episode that we did, I mean, that, a lot of their stuff was like 10 years before it actually happened,
Yeah. Yeah.
down to
Yeah.
the Trump becoming president, like the whole everything. It's crazy.
Mm.
It's crazy.
The funny thing is, when we were talking about going on to this AI thing, one of the things I was watching in Everything Today was a thing on, obviously, with the conflict with Russia, Ukraine, and now with all the stuff happening with America. How's it going to play out and stuff like that? And they started talking about nuclear arms and about how many nukes America's got, how many nukes Russia's got, and things like that. And then they went into some of the previous close calls that we've had, and there was one where apparently the system in Russia picked up that America had launched nuclear weapons on them, and the orders came through, the automated orders came through, launch everything, send it all back, because they want to send them all off before all of their missile silos get destroyed. And it was down to one man who said that is not how they would respond to that. That's not right. This is a Russian fella. So he actually stopped and made a phone call, and they said, no, we're not having it on our systems here. So he didn't push the button, war averted, right? That came down to a human making that decision. With AI, it's just A equals, A and B equals C or whatever. Boom, the nuclear war is on. That's the scary part about it. The human intuition and human thought process gets taken out of it, and you can't artificially create that as a human. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, just the thought of having a machine calculate a better result
Mm.
could actually be bad for us, even though for the greater good it might be better. But Jesus, it almost sounds like Thanos, like him
No,
thinking there is, a better way of living, but at the cost is killing everybody. So it's
you just brought up the next prediction for me as well.
hey man, I'm on point
You,
today.
you
I'm a
are, you
walking
are.
prediction dictionary.
Something is going to happen to this current pope this year, and then when the new pope comes in, he's going to be a lot younger, and apparently what ensues from that is going to knock the church to the core. Now, I don't know if that ties in with our previous thing about aliens coming down and letting themselves be known, because again, we're going to talk TV shows. That show V. I watched the show V in the 80s, the original V, where the alien spaceships came over and all of that. Then they redid it in 2010, and one of the questions they pose there is about what will happen with religion. Because obviously now God created man in His image and all of that kind of scripture type stuff. Well, when you've got aliens there, if God created everything, where did they come from? Because they're not created in His image. And then this whole thing. So they said, then there's going to be people who are going to go, the whole religion is crap. But then you're going to get those other people who they're going to rely on their faith to get them through. So they said it's going to polarize. All these people who are like, I don't know if the word casual religious people is a term or anything like that, but it's either going to make people go, no, religion's crap, or it's going to send other people the other way. So religion becomes the thing. So that is also supposed to happen this year as well. And
Well, when you
apparently,
mentioned
some of the secrets from the Vatican archives are going to be revealed. I
no
don't know
way,
how
that's
true
gonna be
that is
so
going to be because
amazing.
I can't see that happening, but there are predictions that some of the secrets from underneath the Vatican will surface.
Well, honestly, I know we've done an episode on the Vatican, but maybe an upgraded
Yeah, an update.
version
Mm.
of it would be pretty awesome. And the reason why I was wondering where you was going with this with the Pope, because did you see that the Pope opened the doors to Satan's whatever it was? Did you see that footage?
What's that? No?
Yeah, it was. I cannot precisely say as far as time wise, but I believe it was last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
He they opened this huge freaking door, and it's apparently it was to the Satan's chambers that they had locked away for I don't know what it is, and they opened the doors and they wheeled the Pope. I believe it's a Pope or a hierarchy or one of those people. Um, and as they were wheeling him in, you could hear screams and stuff like that, like EVPs
Wow.
through the cameras. Yeah. It was it's a wild footage. Hopefully you could try and find it and throw it in there some way. But yeah. So that was pretty cool. Pretty cool. And it falls in right into our backyard.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'll let. Oh, hang on. Before we go, because we're just about out of time, my new sign's going to die, so I want to finish the show before it dies. There are going to be floods happening this year. Okay, there's going to be new wars. So I don't know where that's going to happen. Possibly in the Middle East, Israel and stuff. That might be taking the next level. I don't know. Yeah, that thing about the Pope. The See, I lost interest after the aliens. It's like I don't want to hear about the rest. The aliens. That's what I want to hear about. What is going to happen. So that's going to
I
be a
mean,
big thing.
A lot of our predictions so far could easily have been uh, you know happen due to the realization of aliens, like even cures for certain diseases,
Mm.
technology and all of this. It is uh it's literally out of this world kind of. What's the word I'm looking for? uh
Out of this world.
that's a good way to end it.
It is.
That's a good way to end it.
On that,
I
welcome to
let's,
2025.
let's call it aliens.
Aliens. Oh, the show. Right. Yeah, we'll just 2025, the year of the alien. Boop, 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 boop.
I can't wait to see what kind of
On,
thumbnail you create for this one.
oh, I've got no idea. It's nothing like what we started out to do.
But it's us though. It's
It
us
is. It
though. So
is.
you know.
Yep. All right, let's go.
All
See ya.
right, guys. Some pretty interesting ones for the from The Simpsons. I
Hang on a sec. Hang on a
before I
sec.
closed it down, is
Hang on. I can't hear you. Just give us a sec. I would have probably got about another 10 minutes out of it and it would have died.
before I closed the website, I saw something about black holes on The Simpsons predictions.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody's going to fire up a micro black hole. I've heard that, but we heard that when the CERN, the Large Hadron Collider, came on and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's also one of the ways the world is going to end is by human hands trying to be God.
Yeah, I didn't go into Trump's not going to see 2026 according to this.
There's a prediction about his assassination.
I was going to say that's what it said about assassin. I heard it's going to happen before he gets inaugurated as well. So
wow.
we'll see. We'll see. There's so much shit in amongst the good stuff. But the funny thing is, right? There are other predictions that I've talked about in another show now. There's one guy that said the beginning of the end will start when the 7th bridge is built across the river, whatever it is in the UK. That was completed just before Christmas. So that puts it in time. You've got all this stuff going on at the moment around the world, which makes it look like, okay, we're in the end times. You've got all the stuff from Nostradamus. You've got all this. I didn't even go into the fact that we're going to get hit by several fairly large asteroids this year, according to one prediction. So we'll see how that goes. But I didn't want it to become all doom and gloom stuff. I just wanted to, get onto it.